Ajax is a Champions League team. They have a history in Europe that is very, very good for a Dutch team. They are one of the teams that play the best football throughout the history, producing young players. Their academy is one of the best in Europe and in the world. Barcelona has taken their football philosophy from Ajax, and the connection between the two clubs are very, very high. They won the league in Holland now 4 years in a row. Played Champions League football before Christmas against Paris Saint-Germain and Barcelona. And are now in Europa League, and of course for us missing out on Champions League football this year, we have a chance to play a Champions League team in Europa League. If you see where Ajax is now as a club, they are where we want to be. They are winning the league every year, they are playing Champions League football most of the times. They are producing young players, they are selling players to top clubs, and of course they are a club that we are striving to be like. So of course we can learn a lot from Ajax. They have a history and an experience in Europe that is much, much bigger than us. And of course they are the big favorites. The finances for Ajax as well, you cannot compare to us. So they will be the big favorites. So we look forward to test ourselves against a team of such a standard and reputation and history and quality. And of course it will give everybody the best motivation through the break and through preparations.
What is your opinion about Arkadiusz Milik, the star of Ajax, the Polish?
He's a very good player, very, very good player. So I've seen him for Ajax, I've seen him for the national team of Poland. He's a natural goal scorer. His movement in the box is very, very good. And he's at an age now, he probably will improve even more. So he's a good player.
Are we going to ask maybe Michał Żuror and Tomku Markic about the pros and cons of Arkadiusz Milik? Because they know him from the Polish national team?
No, I don't need to. I think Milik, everybody knows him. Just see when he plays for the national team, scoring goals against Germany, the world champions. He's scoring goals for Ajax. He's playing in a team that is a good footballing team. We play good football together with other very, very good players. So it's not about Milik, it's about Ajax, and they are a top team, and it will be a big test for us.
What is your memories as a player from the games against Holland? I suppose that you played against them in a World Cup qualification in the 90s.
Yes, we beat them at home. I was on the bench, but I saw Bergkamp, he didn't score in that game. Maybe because I was on the bench, I don't know. I was young. But of course we beat Holland, we lost in Holland. They are a good team, there's no doubt. And we know the way they play is also very, very good, dominating football. They are what we would like to be, there's no doubt about it.
And what do you know about the present team? With goalkeeper Christian from the national team, from Iceland.
The top striker from Iceland, yes, he's very, very good. Sigurðsson is, but they have many, many good players, and they are also bringing young players through. And they are selling Eriksson to Tottenham last year, and the team is still good. Second in the league now, playing Champions League football, and then after Christmas they normally end up winning the league like they've done the last 4 years. So they are a top team, a top club, with playing the right way, perhaps the history, reputation, but also one of the best academies in the world, producing players, are able to get the best talent. Maybe they get Ødegaard from Norway, the super talent as well, I don't know. But they are a very, very good club.
2 matches with Ajax will be without Legia fans. Is it important for you?
Well, it's a little bit shame that our supporters, all the other supporters who didn't shout the things against Loken, that the rest of them are not allowed to come for this game, because for our supporters it would also be a highlight of a season for us to meet such a good and big team as Ajax. Our supporters make a fantastic atmosphere at these games. They help the team when we are playing. They support the team, they help the team. And of course we will lose that home advantage. We handle it okay against Trabzonspor, but we know that the atmosphere and will not be the same with no supporters. So that is of course not good for anybody.
Do you need new players before this confrontation?
Well, we didn't play particularly well yesterday, and based on that game we need a lot more. But I also know that this team can play a lot better than they did yesterday. Even on Thursday they were good. So we just have to make sure that we don't lose the track of what we want to achieve. The league will always be the most important for this club. Yes, we want to do well in Europe, of course, but the league is the most important, and that means we have to play better 3 days after we play in Europe, because we lost too many matches 3 days after we played in Europe, away from home, when we have a break. And for us, it's not good enough. So we have a lot to improve. We are developing in the right way. We are improving as a team, but we are nowhere near the finished article. And unless we improve as a team, we will not be as successful in the future. So I'm happy with the progress, but there is still a lot to work on.
Ajax is a much better team than Celtic and Trabzonspor, or only better?
Well, they play in Champions League every year. And they play in Europa League if they don't go through from the Champions League, and they win their league every year. Trabzonspor doesn't do it. Celtic doesn't play in such a good league. So, of course, they are better. There's no doubt about the European experience, the level of the players, the football style, the young players coming through. Fantastic stadium, 50,000 as well, and it's a top club in not the biggest league in Europe.
Could you tell us something about your plans for next month?
The plan is to have 2 weeks holiday.
The next month? Next 2-3 months?
And then all the players will have their programs to make sure when they come back in January they can play football at a good level from the very first minute, and we expect them to. And then of course we have to train, we have to improve, we need to do better. And then we have so many games to play after Christmas. And we need a big squad, we need a good team. We have a good team, and if we can improve it, we will see. But of course, to find players who are better than the one we have is difficult, because people are talking about our players are worth this and that, but we don't have this and that to pay for these players, for other players. So I hope that we don't sell too many players. I don't think we will do. And all our players should look forward to the next part of the season positively, with a lot of good games to play, and would love to stay in this club and fight and compete to win as much as we can in Europe, in the Ekstraklasse, and in the Polish club.
What about injured players? If Dosa, Rado and Brzyski start preparation from the first day of with the team?
Yes, and Bartosz should also. I don't know 100% exact, but we expect most of them to be ready when we come back. Especially Rado, Bartosz will definitely, Shitwa, Brzyski should be, and Dosa we don't know 100%, but he shouldn't be too far. So of course these are 4 big players that we have been missing for a long time now. So if you look at our season overall, we are quite happy. And we know we could have been even better with not so many injuries, with these big players back, to have more competition, to make sure that some of the players don't have to play all the time. So we are as a team able to play to our best level a little bit more often. But that is football. We played so many games this season, 34 games since June, and to be at your very, very best level every game, twice a week, of course is hard. But we've had some good young players. We have 5 young players from our own club, who has played extra class games this season and has won matches. Robert Barczak, Witeszka, Kalinkowski, Adam Ryszkowski, Moneta, 5 players coming from this club, who all done really, really well in extra class. It's fantastic. Christian Bielik, young kid coming from Lech Poznan, from the youth team of Lech Poznan, playing with the first team, training, developing, and now a lot of other clubs want him as well. So it's good for the development of these players. It's good for this club that we are attractive, and a lot of things are going in the right direction. But we have won nothing so far this season, and we have many, many big games to play, and we still need to improve based on what we did yesterday and what we've done in the end of these games when we lose after the Champions League or Europa League games before we have a break.
When it comes to the supporters, Arek Milik, thanks to them, so to say, has something to prove here in Warsaw. What do you think about the situation in Ado Den Haag Ajax match?
If Milik has something to prove,
Yeah.
I think it'd be more interesting to do well for Ajax than doing something against Legia. I think he's top talent on his way up, playing for the national team of Poland, who is top of their league, ahead of Germany. So he's a good player. I think he'd be more concerned with staying in the team and playing well for Ajax, scoring goals. Of course, he will be motivated coming here, but I'm sure the whole Ajax team wants to do well and looking at Europa League as a chance to win a European trophy with their history, being a Champions League winner before. I'm sure they will try everything they can to also win the Europa League.
Is there any idea to play some control games or friendly matches before Ajax with the teams that has similar football style, like Ajax?
Yes, we booked a few games already for the pre-season. Not everything is confirmed and official yet, but we will play against some very, very good teams who will play similar to that. We didn't know the draw until today, so it's difficult to already have booked it, but from what we have booked, it looks okay.